What up, world? Tune in today. Shit, we got entrepreneur out there, Laquetta Henry. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let her tell y'all more about herself and shit, man. You know, I watched it, you know what I'm saying? One of my family, I'm gonna say family, wife, you know what I'm saying? She came to the mic and, you know what I'm saying, she started doing her thing and, you know, I salute all women, females out there, MCs out there that still rapping for the culture out there. You know what I'm saying? I've been observing, you know what I'm saying? She also written books and everything, man. It's like, you know, children books at that. And, you know, she also, I'm gonna let her tell you about herself, man, and she legal. You know what I'm saying? Legal attorney. So, you know, I'm gonna let her do her thing and let her tell you more about herself, because, you know, she can tell her story better than anybody. But, you know, I just keep doing me. South Arkansas Trill, Top Part 49 out there, you know what I'm saying? Shit, I salute everybody out there that tune in and, you know what I'm saying, keep it trill out there and make sure that, you know what I'm saying, they tune in to real information. Because like I tell people, this ain't a perfect thing. You know what I'm saying? This ain't something that I look at and say, oh man, it can't get better. I know it can get better. And I salute all the ones out there that's, you know, soaking in game on how things should be. But like I tell anybody, you know, opinion come down to a dime a dozen. You know what I'm saying? And opinion like assholes. Everybody got one. But the biggest opinion when you doing business is you gotta listen to yourself. And you gotta listen to the people that want to spend the money. Cause the person want to spend the money, then his opinion should count. Like I say, but you know what I'm saying. It's all good to soak in and learn from your mistakes and keep pushing, because you know people say they with you until you make a mistake, and then once you make a mistake, that's when everybody want to talk about you. Like, oh man, you should have been, doing it like this, doing it like that. I'm like, look, man, I only can do it like I want to do it. So if I offend people out there sometime, you know, I'm not trying to be perfect on none of this. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, man, I'm gonna let her come up, let her do her thing, man. I'm just trying to get many people in, because a lot of people out there need to learn different things. Even if you got any questions out there, I put them down there on the screen. You know what I'm saying? She's an entrepreneur everywhere, man. Just let yourself know, man. You got a story. Shit, some of y'all might catch y'all in the kitchen burning or something. Or it's like all substance we bring into the game. So if you want a part of substance, you know what I'm saying? You come get a part of substance anytime. This ain't try to bash nobody. It's all about positivity, trying to show the ins and the outs, the problems and solutions, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody got their own opinion out there. But I'm gonna see, can I bring her on? I'm gonna see where she at, and then I'm gonna bring y'all back up. I'm gonna tell her to come to the screen in a minute, and I add her to the camera out there. I think she might come. She's gonna see where she at. See where y'all at out there. What y'all got going out there today? South Arkansas Trill Talk, Part 49 out there. I salute all my followers out there. I salute all my supporters out there. I salute all that, man. Like I say, yeah, she made it. Yeah, man, she'll tell you better. But I salute all the ones out there that give people the out of getting better what they do, because, you know, like I said, we all ain't perfect, but, you know, if you wanted something bad enough, you know what I'm saying, God will direct your steps and he'll make it better, and he'll send the right people around you to make your life better too. But like I said, man, peeing like assholes, everybody got one. But, you know, all these videos is all the love and trill niggas. I don't care how they sound, how they look, how they acting. Like I told you, man, we editing and all that. You just rough drop videos. If you've been in the YouTube game, man, you know how the game go. Just adding more videos, because them bad videos can be erased. But here she go, boss of the city. You know what I'm saying? I salute her, Laquetta Henry right here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling them, you're an entrepreneur, everything. Get them a brief of yourself, tell them about yourself, and tell them what you got going on, and we'll go from there. I'm gonna get us some more people in here. Salute, Queen.
All right. Well, thank you so much for having me on here. It's a pleasure to be on. I see you moving around and doing great things and making sure that the citizens of Arkansas are being exposed for the things that they're doing. And so I want to say that I salute you on behalf of myself and the rest of the citizens of Arkansas for providing this platform for us. As Sculla said, my name is Laquetta Henry. I am currently Mrs. Strong 2022. I live in Strong, Arkansas, and I am competing for Mrs. Arkansas on June 25th, 2022 in Hot Springs. I would love to have you guys come support if you have a business and need an ad. We have some ad space left in our pageant booklet. So just hit me up for that. Also, I'm a licensed attorney in the state of Missouri. I can take cases in Arkansas on a case-by-case basis while I wait to be licensed here, which should be within the next 2 or 3 months. That application's already submitted. So if you guys need some legal help, I provide legal services for entertainment. I provide legal services. I do father's rights a lot, family law. I specialize in child support, visitation, making sure that dads get the time that they deserve with their children. Also criminal defense. I do some appellate and post-conviction as well. And a law firm will be opening here in Strong, Arkansas as soon as that piece of paper comes across my desk. Also, so I know you told me to introduce myself, and there's a lot going on, so I just want to take this time while you're giving me this time to let you know that I am a children's book author. I have 2 published children's books. This one is What About My Hair? The other one is, it's called My Daddy Takes an Airplane to Work. Shout out to the military children who, they are so resilient, they go through a lot, and April is the month of the military child, who I honor with both of my children's books because they're about children who have endured the absence of a military parent. And that's about it. And of course, everybody knows that I am God, the second half of CT Best Friends. So yes, rapper, attorney, book, author, and I'm doing what I can to keep the money flowing.
That's what's up. First, I want to congratulate you for running for Queen. I want to congratulate that. That's one thing I do because you don't catch too many blacks, and you know what I'm saying. And I want to get a peek of what they call you as your rap name, because God. Yeah. See, and what inspired you to even want to do music?
My husband. So I've been writing poetry for many, many years, and it's one of those things where I grew up. I love music. I loved rap music. That was my primary genre I listened to, and so I was heavy into street rap, believe it or not. But how I was raised, that it would never cross my mind to be a rapper, an entertainer, or anything. I wanted to be a model. So pageantry was kind of how I took the stage at first. But when I met my husband and read poetry to him, and then he was like, well, it's no different than what I do. You could do this. He put on a beat, and I've been here ever since.
Yeah, because I was wondering, like, you know, you lawyer and stuff, entrepreneur like that with books. I was like, lawyer, rapper, that you know, you can do what you want with that. That's what I love about it, because, you know, that's like a lane you went down, like you said, and I salute that, you know. But by being a voice for the women out there, is it challenging by knowing that you don't have to take off your clothes to still have a voice out there for the women? Because, you know, every women get in that music game, they always think that's the way to go. But having a voice as being a lawyer and an entrepreneur with books and all that, how is it challenging being a mom and all that with that goes with that?
Well, I believe firmly in being authentic at all times. So whatever my interest is, I'm going for it. I want it to be a part of my life in the most deep way. And so my children, I teach them the same thing. I just want them to be themselves. They don't have to pretend for me. So if one of them wants to be a rapper and another one wants to be a doctor, I'm okay with that. Like, there's no path that I can choose for my children, so I support whatever it is that they want to do. If it, you know, I have one child that is on the path to being a doctor, another wants to be a cosmetologist. So I inspire them and provide a path for all of my children as if the path was equal, because I don't know, the cosmetologist could be a cosmetologist for the stars one day, and the doctor could be a doctor who does work for free for, you know, the society. So I can't choose their path. I just want them to be happy with whatever it is they do. And so I live that example by doing it myself. I'm on a stage, whether I'm in court, whether I'm performing for my children every day when I get up and make right choices. And so it's not really hard to be a good example. I keep my clothes on for the public, not because I think that there's anything wrong with it. I keep my clothes on because I'm in public. I don't have anything against the Cardi B, the Megan Thee Stallions, whoever is showing less, because it's whatever you're comfortable in. I am a big feminist. You know, if I decide that I want to take off half of my clothes, I'm going to be in the pageant in June. I'm wearing a bathing suit across the stage. So if I put on an outfit on stage to rap that is similar to a bathing suit, it shouldn't be looked at any differently. It's people's opinions and assertions that they push onto people that make people uncomfortable. I'm never going to be uncomfortable with myself based on the opinions and ideals of others.
That's what's up. Do you feel like that it's more pressure on women as being MC show the ones on the come up? Because, you know, you don't catch too many women, females, that still want to do their thing after a certain period of time. And speaking of age, do you think it's an age to having talent at an age? Because, you know, they be trying to say us olders can't, women or men can't get with these younger breed. Do you feel like the older breed got a story and a story to tell more than the younger breed? How could they follow your lead out there as being an independent woman out there?
Well, I'm going to say to follow my lead is simple. And that's, again, be yourself. Like, if the other female MC, first of all, I'm really sensitive about my own writing. Rod does not write for me. I'm if he suggests words or lines or something, I'm very hesitant to include them in my writing because I love the authenticity of my own writing. So that would be my first suggestion. It's very hard to jump into character. If you want to be an actress, be an actress. This is not my alter ego. I fit into every disguise I wear. It's not it's literally me. If I show up as the queen of strong, I'm the queen of strong. When I show up as the queen of Arkansas, you can best believe I'm the queen of Arkansas. And I'm the queen of Arkansas in rap. I'm the queen of Arkansas, this crown. I'm the queen of Arkansas in the way that I carry myself from day to day. Are there other queens? Absolutely. But they have to carry themselves that way before they can claim that title. And that's what I suggest. These young girls out here, these old girls, I don't care who it is. I'm suggesting, if my mother just went back to truck driving school, 63 years old, I applaud her. I suggest that any woman that has an idea about doing something positive, that she goes and does it. You can call me the oldest. I'm the oldest and the coldest. You hear me? My bars, I got bars for days.
That's what's up. I was speaking on by that part of how you think about the business part by being a woman and on the outside looking in towards the man in the Arkansas hip hop game? Do you think that's a big place that from women and men that they need to step up with their business? Tell them about how much important it is to business of having your music game together, because everybody say they got their music game together, but tell them how important that is from a woman's standpoint, or how much importance that is to the business world.
The business is the most important part. Everybody has a talent. Everybody has a talent to display. It may not be in the arts, it may not be music or whatever. There are talents in all industries, and nobody ever stops people in other industries to tell them, hey, you're too old, or hey, you're too woman, or hey, you're too man. They do that in the military. That's changing as well. But the barriers are created by people, and people, you guys, believe the things that are being poured into us. In business, the most missed element in music business is marketing. You have people out here throwing shade. Well, you had to buy space on the radio. So does Cardi. People throw shade. Well, you should buy your followers and buy your likes. I could do that, and then trick you into believing that I have a lot of followers and a lot of likes. But that's not what I want. I want authenticity. I want to know that you like my music, that you're going to put it in a playlist and hit repeat. Purchasing buys and likes and clicks and comments doesn't get that repetitive listen. You know what I'm saying? And so business has to be a part of what you're doing if you want it to expand. Now, I'm blessed to have streams of revenue outside of music that pay my bills. So music, I don't need music to pay my bills, but it's not a hobby. So I'm not performing free. I'm not doing freestyles for free. I'm not doing interviews for free. I'm doing one for you for free because I love you. However, there's nothing free in this world.
You know, it's all family, baby. It's gonna always be that way.
Always.
And I salute that, man, because, you know, we fam to the death, man, you know, and I salute how you come up and you've been on your grown woman shit ever since I met you. And another thing I salute about you out there on growing your own garden out there, I be paying attention now. You know what I'm saying? Tell them how challenging it is to grow your own food these days, knowing it's gonna be a shortage out here, and it's been a shortage in the world. What made you grab the idea of going, because you know that's the importance of getting a house these days, getting you some land where you can grow your own food and sell your own food, you know what I'm saying? And I salute you for that. What made you want to come and do that? How could that be a big help to the young women out there that don't know the importance of gardening out there? Because, you know, they get kids, and, you know, the old people was always taught in the country lifestyle that they live, that you plant your own, your greens and everything. What do you have out there? What is your experience of starting your garden, and what do you have planted out there?
All right, so I'm going to tie this in to the last question of business, because that's where it came from. Like I said, everything that I do is about business. So my last year, May, all of my children were here. My oldest kid is in college, which is about to. So shout out to Taylor Rustin, about to graduate college, University of South Carolina on May 7th. She came, brought all her siblings. We were here just hanging out. We went and got some chicken. The chickens, we named them, so we knew we would never kill these chickens. They were never going in anybody's frying pan. We named them. We started taking care of them, and they grew, and it was like, oh my God, we got chickens. These chickens lay eggs. They need food. Like, I'm up in the mornings, like, and my husband is not, I don't look out the window and seeing him filling up the water. He is literally saying, hey, babe, the chickens need water. So I had to really get into gear and was like, well, darn, me and the kids got to get this and figure it out. And so we jumped right in, started doing some research, and we started laying eggs. And so when they started laying eggs, and we're just happy that they're laying eggs, and we're showing people, well, now people want to buy our eggs. It turned into business fast. So now you know, we're like, okay, gardening is just one of those things that I'm an earth sign. I'm a Virgo. I love the dirt. We talked about the whole women being naked. I'm very, very for nudity. I mean, so I'm not against women showing half naked because I'm all about nudity. I love, you know, nature. But anyway, so I even when I lived in the city, I grew, you know, food in planters. So now with 3 acres, I'm like, there is so much land out here. I can do so much. Let's grow a garden. But my grandmother was a part of a community garden, so I wanted to do that. And we have half an acre in town where you know, we just throw around ideas all the time, either business or a community garden. So we started it in our own yard, and there is the complications are knowing what can grow together, what time frames, what seasons to grow it in, how much fertilizer to use so that you don't burn your crops. How do you keep them watered in a drought? Do you have a water source? You know, ants, and there's just so much. How do you keep rodents out? So I've been doing research for a very long time. I'm constantly like watching YouTube or reading or Googling so that I can maintain it so that it's beautiful. And I have, there's squash, kale, collards, beans. There's a separate herb garden with oregano, lemon thyme. There's some jalapeno peppers. I have a separate fruit garden with strawberries, watermelon, cantaloupe, cucumbers, tomatoes. And it's very organized. It's pretty, lots of color. There's a seating area. It is so beautiful. And one of these days, if you have me back, I'm going to take you guys on a tour when it's full and grown up. It's my favorite place to be, honestly.
That's what's up. Is it what's sprouting more? You ain't got no green tomatoes out there, do you? Now I eat them now. I can cut them up. I love some fried green tomatoes.
I forgot to.
You ain't got none.
Tomatoes. I mean, well, I'll get the green tomatoes before they turn red, so I'll pull them out. But I don't have anything growing yet except mustard greens. I saw some little baby leaves, and they were so cute. Oh, potatoes. I have potatoes and mustard greens growing already. Yep.
Yeah, well, we have a big problem with the, you ain't got no plum trees out there, do you? Know, I'm one of them project baby. We used to love to go pick them plums.
No.
You ain't probably think about picking up plums?
I don't have a plum tree,
yeah.
But I am going to plant a pear tree.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm gonna ask a couple more. What is your favorite MC rappers out there that you like out there? What you consider that some strong black leaders of what you consider kicking with them? Who you consider some MC female rappers that's out there that's real very inspiring to you?
Okay, so this is easy. It's never changed. Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim is the most authentic female MC of all time.
Yeah.
Now, when I throw in, and that's kind of just like, you know, my style of rap, I felt like she was the most real for her time. But then there's also Queen Latifah. Like, so there's that balance between both of those queens, and they're so vastly different, but they both represent different sides of femininity and the freedom of femininity. And they both have allowed themselves to be free as a woman, and that's just everything.
Yeah. Do you think that it's more of like diversity when it comes to women now? Like, could you see, have you ever seen in the country white women that's trying to rap? Because I ain't never think that'll be a lane that some that'll follow down on. As you been around, is it a big selective few of rappers around in the area, or do you travel for them events like that where it be more women involved with the rap scene? Because, you know, in the country, they think a female rapping is so strange, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's something that they inspiring for women that want to keep going with that rap scene, because I ain't seen nobody that tried to rap in the scene since you came along. And I know someone back then, like in my era, but right now, I salute you for that. What do you think about the Stop the Violence movement out there in your area? Do you think it can get better, or what do you think needs to stop? Because I remember y'all used to do the marches and you know what I'm saying, stop this and that. I think John Doe did a song about that. You know what I'm saying, the racists of all that, the marches and stuff. What do you think about Stop the Violence out there?
All right, so I appreciate your shout out, acknowledging me as a female MC today, and I don't plan on stopping, despite my age, because to me, my age, sometimes I forget when people ask me for real. I really have to calculate because it's not important to me. Time is not important to me. Time is man-made. So it's kind of one of those things where I'm going to do me regardless of the age, regardless of the industry. If you hear my name and see my face, you know I got it popping no matter what it is. So thank you for that. As far as Stop the Violence, it's senseless. Let me tell you, as an attorney, every single call that I get for representation is paid for by somebody's mama. These kids are out here killing one another and can't afford a lawyer. They can't afford their own commissary when they get locked up. And some of them leave a family behind who cannot afford to bury them. So they're out here senselessly killing one another. And it's, and I say this very, very seriously. It's all over the face. All over the face. I'm so sick of seeing people faking for social media. It's like, if you see me and my husband holding hands on social media, you shouldn't believe that we don't fight. You shouldn't believe that we never argue, or, it's always all good. Yeah. People have become so, it's kind of like a calculator. You forget how to do math if you are constantly relying on a calculator. So people live their lives on social media. Yeah. It creates hate. It creates jealousy. All kinds of nonsense that doesn't really exist. So when you have brother A shooting at brother B, it's over a perceived beef. There's no real beef because brother A nor brother B own anything in the community. They're not contributing anything in the community. Brother A doesn't have anything. He doesn't have a pot to piss in, and brother B don't have a back door to throw it out of. So together, they're repelling one another because they don't have anything to bring together. It's a fake beef. And if people will stop and think about what the real beef is, I'm jealous over you because of what I saw on Facebook or what I heard through the grapevine or what it looks like you're doing that I'm not doing. And even if it's real, say for instance, it's brother A is doing good and brother B is jealous or sister B is jealous. Yeah. Instead of asking, hey, help me, advise me, how can I get what you got? How can I stay in my own lane and maximize my resources so that I don't need what brother A or sister A has? That's what's missing. And when I came into the community, into Strong, it was with that in mind. I came here to visit. My in-laws are here. And I fell in love with the community, the people here. When I have a good time, I go, turn up with everybody. I enjoy being here. But when I come here, it's like, you know what? People say I'm bougie. I'm not bougie. I play in the dirt every day. I like nice things. I pick eggs out of chicken shit every single day. I'm not bougie. I like nice things and I'm willing to work hard for them. And because I like nice things and like to be in nice places and around nice people, when I moved to Arkansas, I saw some changes that I felt needed to be made so that I could be in nice places around nice people, right? That creates hate. I'm not here to hate. I'm not here to divide. I'm not here to bring what I know or what I have because I think I'm better. I'm here to bring what I know and what I have because I'm willing to do the work to make it better for all of us. And that's the difference. People need to stop turning up their noses at people who are trying to do anything for themselves. If they're doing it for themselves, let them go live. But when people are trying to do for your community, whether they're from your community or not, grab their hands. And I told my husband this the other day. Hands. Our hands is the answer. When we're reaching down, we should be pulling somebody up. When we're reaching out, we should be reaching out a hand to help. Not asking for help, but to help. And when we're reaching out, we're grabbing the hands of our neighbors so that we can do it together. And if people stop thinking about what their hand is filled with, then they'll be a lot easier to give. And when you give with no expectation, God provides so much more than you ever dispensed out. And we can only do that greater and better together.
That's what's up. I'm gonna give you a couple more questions. Being a mom that, like, we'll go back to where, you know, being from the streets, you know, they mom wish for their daughters, like, how important it is for a woman that got kids, especially girls, to actually see their mom happy. Do you think that plays a big part on, do girls become successful more on watching their mom be happy? What you think about that?
So I believe in several different components of that. Our children, our DNA changes every few years, but also what we're going through in our life at a time when we are pregnant, when our children are in utero, that's how our children's path is determined. So there's some past DNA from my mom, because my mom essentially carried me and my children, because when she carried me, I already had the ovaries and the eggs I had and needed for my children. So essentially, my mom's DNA carried my children. So some of that's already in them. But when they're created, the stress I'm going through or the successes I'm going through will impact them. And I can easily point this out in my oldest daughter. I was successful. I was independent. I was in the military. I had all my stuff together. She's on that path. It was important for me, for all of my children, to see me doing what I wanted to be doing. Oh, she's a lawyer. My kids had certain expectations. So as a lawyer, when I didn't have a job, I'm waiting on, to pass the bar exam, and I have to go work at McDonald's, but I have a law degree. My children needed to see that. Don't be embarrassed that mommy works at McDonald's, because, baby, your life didn't change because I went to work at McDonald's. So example is the best teacher. You know, I taught my kids very early on. One of my daughters, she liked snacks out the vending machine, and they didn't have her kind. So I taught them early. Why don't you write the CEO of this company and tell them what you need? Tell them what you want. This is how changes come about. I taught them that early. They didn't know they had access to CEOs. Baby, you go to school with CEOs. Mommy is a CEO. It's important to teach them this. Now, I have a son and a daughter who are CEOs, 14 years old, 20 years old. So yes, example, leading by example, being happy, thriving, and mixing it up is how you do it. And one thing, if I could pass on, and I'm so appreciative of this moment right now, to tell everybody's children, listen, this is how I raise my kids, right, wrong, or indifferent. Do what's best for you. Make choices that are right for you, as long as it's not to the detriment of another person. That's it. As long as you're happy without hurting another soul, mommy's happy.
That's what's up. I'm gonna get one more. Okay, we all as parents, we have, spoiled kids. We teach our kids to spoil, and we teach our kids to say, oh, well, my mama did me like this, and I ain't gonna never do my kids like that type of attitudes. And we teach them to be, till we spoil them so much till they become stubborn and they become uh, manipulative sometimes from their stubbornness. And do you think the hardest thing, this for real parents now, is that position where you have to look at, okay, I know that I want you to be efficient, I want you to be independent, and I want you to do for yourself. Do you think sometimes we take a turn on, it's not to over spoil them, under spoil them, because you know the more you spoil them, you creating a monster, you feel me? Because when it's time to unspoil their ass, that's when your problems come. How do the problems get easy? Tell parents something out there, you make them problems easy by having them spoil kids that when it's time to unspoil their ass. You understand what I'm saying now?
There is no easy way to unspoil them. That doesn't happen exactly. So as much as I have these great kids that listen, I also have a couple that don't listen. And I was one that didn't always. And so I keep that in mind when I deal with those kids. And so it doesn't get easier. It gets harder. So you have to start out hard.
Yeah.
I created a very strict schedule for my children. When school was out in the summertime, they got down from 9 to 12 doing schoolwork. We went to museums. When there was no money, we did free things. I created access for these children. And when they wanted to do things that cost money, I made them prove to me that they deserved my money. They deserved my time to sit on a bleacher in the cold or in the heat, you know, and I'm going to be paying for this. They had to show me, you know, oh, you want to do gymnastics? Create a gymnastics routine and show me how well you're going to do. That kind of thing. Oh, you want to play baseball? I bought you a swing away. I want to see you swinging before we go pay somebody at the batting cage kind of thing. And I know for sure that you cannot change these kids once they get it in them and they get stubborn. I can't change my stubborn kid because I did not stick with my plan with her like I did with everybody else. And when I realized I let up on her, last two kids got it like the first one. So there's only one that I really screwed up on. I let her barn. I should have never came off her neck. Don't get off their necks, Mom.
Yeah, that be the biggest thing. Even with the boys, though, they say it's a war on the boys. It be to a position where you spoil them so much, and then when you do try to put your foot down, you feel bad. Like, damn, I shouldn't have did them like that. Maybe I give them another chance this time. Maybe get his shit together. You know what I'm saying? But that be a point of them being a spoil, because you know we as good parents, you kids supposed to lead the nest when they want to. You see what I'm saying? Come back when they want to. You feel me? But that be a big part. What could you tell parents out there that, you know, like, you know, kids that, we gonna touch on a touchy subject. What do you think about abortion out there? You think it's right for the kids to make their own choice with that due to the point of they might not be financially stable sometime and they might not can't add an extra baby sometime in the household to watch it come out and struggle with the rest of the boring world out here. What you think about this subject? Because I know it's a touchy subject out there.
It's a touchy subject, but it's real plain and clear. We were created to procreate, and our bodies tell us when that time is. And as hard as it is to accept, we out here doing it. Our kids out here doing it. So the best thing to do is to educate them why their bodies feel the way they feel, what options other than sex they have, you know, other than engaging in sex, what healthy ways to engage in sex, what age. And it's not about age for the body, because the body is moving regardless of how old you are. Like, whether you're ready or not, your body's going to tell you. So I think it's more important to make sure that your kids are aware of the mental and emotional trauma that comes with sex before you're ready to handle it. Everybody in love thinks that they're in a monogamous relationship. Children don't handle being cheated on like adults. Adults very barely handle it. So children they're not. So I think it's important to make sure that our kids are healthy emotionally and mentally and prepared for the things that are going to happen out of our control. That's it. Abortion, nobody should be discussing abortion unless it's the pregnant woman contemplating abortion. The same way that white women go stand out at abortion clinics and turn their white girls away and say, no, don't go do this. We'll help you. There's adoption and there's options. We should be at abortion clinics with our black girls saying, hey, baby, you don't have to do this. You're not condemned from our community. You're not condemned from being here. There are options. We're not taking care of our black women the way that white women are being taken care of. The drug epidemic in the black community is not being addressed the way it's being addressed in the white community. Black men coming out of prison aren't being taken care of and rehabilitated the way that white men are being rehabilitated and taken care of. We have to do it ourselves because the government's not going to do it. White people aren't going to do it. And most of us in our own community won't do it for each other. We don't even know how to do it for ourselves. But we have to figure it out. Get on Google and figure some shit out. Figure out, you got these white people out here giving classes, teaching each other. They're sheltering each other. We need to be doing the same thing.
What you think about that, to go with that, about the lesbian world and the gay world out there, due to the point of, you know, it used to be in the back here, now it's right here. What do you think about it? Do it start at home to be educated about that, this crazy world, the nonsense world, the world where you see a man pregnant and all that type of stuff, and you figure like, okay, we didn't know that back then, and you seeing two women kissing public like the internet, the white boy go with the black boy kissing all on there. Then you see it with the Disney's, with the kids. We didn't grow up on Spider-Man and all that, Superman, the gay versions of all these now. Now, I ain't got nothing against gays. It's just getting an understanding from that world, transgender sometimes, because, you know, our kids don't know. They know a woman and man. And I was born with a thing, and, you know, they were born with that. You know, we don't never get that perception of what's the new world order from that world, you know what I'm saying? And what do you think about, do you think that's a respect thing for the elder gays to actually give our kids respect with that position of that? And do you think that the gays should keep that at a momentum of how they expose themselves on the internet too? What you think about that?
This goes back to what I said to you earlier about old rappers. Society, it's society. I don't live by society rules. I live by my rules because I know what moves my spirit. Yeah. The same thing that God poured into you, God poured into all of us, and we all have a discerning spirit, and we know when we're doing right, and we know when we're doing wrong. The confused mind can create a lot of turmoil in people. Like the mind can mess you up. I try not to spend a lot of time thinking about things that don't affect my life. I'm not a homosexual, so thinking about homosexuality is not something that is a big deal to me. However, you know, of course, there's, I have beliefs, and I don't believe that homosexuality is the right thing. However, it's not my right thing. I don't have a right thing for other people. Yeah. So when and like you say, my teachings start in my home, and my teachings don't necessarily match my mom's teachings or my dad's teachings, and they may differ very much from my children's teachings to my grandchildren. But what I teach my children is, hey, this is what I believe. This is why I believe it. I know this is what you see on television, but if you're going to watch these types of things, talk to me. Tell me what it is you're discerning. What is it that you see when you see these things happening? When you see two girls kissing? Well, Mom, we know that it's not the right thing. We're not going to make these choices for ourselves just because we accept other people. I have gay friends. They don't change my sexuality, yada, yada, yada. So it's that, you know, that kind of simple as of now. But mind you, I have gay family. If my, you know, one of my children or family members, there's no difference. If I clown gay people in my house, you can best believe when you bring your, you know, gay lover to my house, I'm gonna clown you and your gay lover because that's who I am, if that's who I am. if I'm opposed to homosexuality and I tell you you can't bring them to my house, that's just who I am, and you're gonna have to accept that. But who I am, I'm not homosexual, so I don't spend a lot of time worrying about other people's bedroom. Mine popping.
Yeah, that's the main thing from a man to a woman. When you come with your sexuality, they don't bother you. They're just people. That's how it go for real. The Trill women and Trill men, they know they just friends. They be funny and more hustling in them and all that. So I salute them too. One more question, get out of here, baby. What do you think about intern? Like for kids that go to college, do you think that's important to chase the intern that you're going to college for due to the world economy of what you can get a job for when you leave college? Because it's a lot of kids go to college sometime and they don't have nothing to work for. They went to college for this and they couldn't get no job here or nothing. Do you think that's important to have some of that on your record so you can find a easier job in case you want to locate to another state or something? How important is intern to the college world? Listening from attorney way, you feel me?
All right, listen, internships are very, very important. And I'm going to give it to you even more, not just for college. I'm going to wrap it up. College is important too. You talk about being a mom alive,
Yeah.
and you talk about, the kids. Well, I love the underdog. Felons are the underdog. And felons, that's where my heartstrings pull. And so when I teach classes about employment skills, when they're coming out of prison, one of the things that I teach them, it doesn't matter if you can't get a job. You can volunteer. Places love volunteers. Having any kind of experience that you can put on a resume so that when you are ready, you have something to put on there. Felons, if you're coming out of prison, and I call them returning citizens. I don't care what the government calls them. They're labels, and the more labels we have, the more negativity and the negative stigmas attached to them. So when our family returns home from prison and they can't get a job, they should be volunteering. Your children would love to see you at lunchtime volunteering to monitor recess. Your children would love for you to come volunteer at your kid's school to run off some copies for the teacher so that she doesn't have to do it on her lunch break. Volunteer somewhere in a field that interests you so that you can learn something new and put it on a job application or resume. As a mother, when you take the option, because some people go back to work right away, other mothers decide they want to stay home with their kids. I spent a lot of time at home with my children. While they were home, though, I wasn't only teaching them, I was also preparing my businesses, doing all of the legwork, the paperwork, getting them registered, volunteering in places, doing everything that I could so that when my kids were school age, the last one got in school, I could run. I had done my crawling. I had done my walking. I had done my waiting. When they went to school, I ran. I ran out the house faster than a kid running behind a school bus that just left them. I ran. And so I was ready. But people, if I went out to the workforce, they're like, hey, where you been all this time? You don't have any experience. I couldn't go back to law school and get an internship. I didn't have the resources to just volunteer somewhere at this point because now it's time to make money. So I had to create my own lane, and that's how Rustin Law Firm was formed. I didn't have anything else. Internships for moms, stay-at-home moms, volunteer opportunities, they are so important. And students, yes, while you're in college, get that internship. You don't know when that 2-month internship is going to turn into 20 years of a lifetime on a happy career. So take advantage of all of those opportunities, paid, unpaid, temporary. And if they say, no, we're not going to pay you, look for grants. My very first internship was unpaid, but because I was Black and underprivileged, I got a grant for working at the district attorney's office. They're important. It's important for your kids to be active now. Do not wait till you go to college. Children should be out helping people in the community now. Don't wait.
Yeah. That's what's up. I salute that, man. Hey, I got more talk for you, but I know I ain't got but an hour. I wanted to really ask you about all kind of stuff. So you got on the fellas. I forgot about your reentry program on that you give people tools, the fellas tools when they come out of prison and stuff. And I forgot about you was doing like you had the reentry, I think in Missouri down there where fellas, you know, like get in halfway houses or something where they didn't have nowhere to parole sometime. I think you helped out with that too. But you know, like I salute you in the courtroom. I salute you on the court. You know what I'm saying? I salute you in the rap game. I salute you in the, you know, the book game. And man, tell them where they can find all your products at, from your books and your shirts and your Ralston Law Firm, you know what I'm saying? All that. Everything that you undid, man, tell them where they can find you at, from Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, you know what I'm saying, where they can locate all your books at show, man. We should have about 100 of them gone. All them out there, we should have all them gone. Just post the price of them on there. And salute you being when you're in the magazine for Oprah or something like that. I think I read that too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't want to leave that out. Now, you was on the magazine for Oprah now. You're doing your thug deals out there. I see that now.
We're working on Oprah. Not quite Oprah yet, but we're working on her. You can get my book, What About My Hair, or My Daddy Takes an Airplane to Work, on Amazon.com. Or you can inbox me and order your copy, and I will autograph and mail it to you. Actually, I sell them, the autographed copies, for $10 plus shipping. Amazon, they're $12.99 plus shipping, unless you have free shipping through Amazon. And if you would like for me to come and do a book signing in your area, please hit me up. I'm open and available for that as well. I can be found tearing down somebody's production at any given time at CT Best Friend on all platforms. YouTube, it's CliccTight Best Friends. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snap, CT Best Friends. That's CT Best Friends, y'all. The music is popping. Don't overlook it. Oldest, but the coldest. I'm trying to tell you, you can hear us. I don't take my clothes off, and we rap clear. You hear it? Okay. And what else? June 25th, 2022 in Hot Springs, I will be gracing the stage competing for Mrs. Arkansas. I told you guys, you heard it here first, Queen of Arkansas.
We'll try to get down there and support you. I'm going to bring men I can. You believe that. We're going to be down there and support you when you say June.
I got
yeah, that's what's up.
$5. You guys hit me up. I am still looking for sponsors, speaking engagements. As far as providing light is concerned, the reentry program, I would love to come to schools and talk to the kiddos about how to stay out of prison. Those things that they're doing that are playful and they think that it's horse playing can land you in juvie. You can have a record. Touching the girl's butt can get you, you'll be a registered sex offender for the rest of your life, baby. I need to come talk to your kids. Let me come let me come save the babies. Y'all hit me up. Look, I got goosebumps. All I love to do, my whole life revolves around helping babies stay out of prison and bringing men out of prison. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. And rap about it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Y'all can hit up anytime. Queen shit right there. Entrepreneur shit out there. Shit, this South Arkansas Trill Talk Part 49, tuned in with Laquetta Henry out there. Entrepreneur, everything, man. Hit her up out there. You know what I'm saying? I salute my homie out there. Shit, CliccTight Best Friends and shit, man. They doing their thing out there. No matter how old you get, never give up on your goals out there. You hear from a person right here. Come down and even growing their own food out there, y'all. You know, you got to stay all around that and stay nationwide and keep up with the world out there. And I salute you, and I hope I can get more talk. I know it's free talk. I probably can sell some books for this talk. And I salute her out there, man. They came out with the diamond. You know, I had the wristbands out there in the other radio. Remember, I had the wristbands. I was getting them everybody out there and shit. But that's something we started to try to give people that hope out there when they racing for, you know what I'm saying, cancer or breast awareness, anything that do with something that give you hope out there. You can look at that wristband. That's something, because a lot of people get used to the wristband. That was a good idea. I'm glad y'all saluted me out there with it out there, because, you know, I be up here around the races sometime. Hell, I be wanting to run my my goddamn self a hope. You feel me? But you take care out there and salute your family and y'all stay up, man. And this ain't the first time, man. You got any questions you want to ask or you want to get into representation, lawyer representation? Hey, that's the woman right there, entrepreneurship. Take care, Queen.
Thank you so much.
One.